Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over two weapons setups for weapons that can bust the bloom, or the spread, or dispersion, or whatever you want to call it. Basically, the current Battlefield 6 weapon situation is people are using weapons and they don't really understand where their bullets are going, and they're complaining about the spread and everything. So I figured I'd give you guys some weapons that are actually worth putting time into, that you get early on, because the progression in this game is quite slow right now. A lot of people are complaining about it. So let's jump right into things. If you want to follow Battlefield 6 and you like guides like this, definitely subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be putting out a guide later on, once I unlock everything, for every single weapon in the entire game, including secondaries. So sub for that. Be sure to hit the like button and let me know what I should do next. Alright, now the first weapon I'm going to be going over is the PW5A3. This is the MP5. You get this weapon really early on, and it is very, very good. I'll show you how this build performs before I go into it. This guy's 100 meters away. This guy's 80 meters away. So, as you can see, it's a bit of a laser, and the hipfire is really good. I really enjoy it. The whole gist of this weapon build is pretty straightforward, but there are some things I need to explain here. So, sights are personal preference. The blue laser is really good because it actually improves your accuracy while moving in ADS, aim down sights. That is obviously super good because that is where the spread / bloom comes into play. Moving right along here, I use the brake because this weapon doesn't really need that much recoil control, but it is nice to have some. I went with the extended barrel here because if you look in the bottom right, muzzle velocity is super important, and if I were to use the basic, it would go down a significant amount, and once you get down past about 500, you can really start to feel it at range. So believe it or not, the extended barrel really helps quite a lot on this weapon. Moving on to the grip here, you're going to want to avoid grips for the most part that say penalty to aim down sights accuracy while moving. Those grips, generally speaking, are not the way to go. In the next build, I'll be showing a situation where you can offset it, but for this particular build, you're going to want to try to go for the ribbed stubby because it reduces recoil and enables ADS time. This weapon is super, super snappy in CQC. It has great hipfire, great ADS time. I mean, look at that. Sub 200 millisecond ADS time. Super, super responsive weapon. I just used the 30-round fast mag. I tried to make the 40-round magazine work. It's just too expensive. And then for ammo, you can use the penetration ammo, but if you want even lower recoil, you don't have to go with that. You can actually just go with FMJ. And that is pretty much this build. I'll show you it one more time. And then we will move on to the M4A1. The M4A1 is a bit of a tricky one, but this is my favorite build that I've found for it so far. I'll just show you it first. So the M4A1 is going to be basically like, it's basically like a carbine SMG. It's super, super effective in CQC, as you might imagine, because of the fire rate. Oops, that is not what I wanted. That's what I want. Take a look at the build here. This is an example of how you can offset grip penalty. So because the M4A1 has pretty unruly recoil, I went with the canted stubby grip, which moderately reduces recoil and actually has a penalty to aim down sights accuracy. But again, we're using the blue laser, which increases aim down sights accuracy, so it offsets it. And then for the rest of the attachments, sights personal preference, I use the compensated brake. This is great for burst firing because it helps your recoil recovery. That is huge, huge. That is so huge for gameplay. And I use the standard mid barrel. Actually, interestingly enough, I actually ended up not going for any magazine attachment because the reload is super fast at 2.2 seconds, and I just use standard ammo. I don't find tungsten core to be that useful because all it does is increase your penetration damage, and I figure if you're hitting people through other people, you're probably going to kill both of them anyway, so the increase in recoil is just not worth it, in my opinion. This is another weapon that's super snappy in CQC and just in gameplay in general, with less than 200 millisecond ADS time as well. So these are two weapons that you can get really early on that I have setups for right now. Honorable mentions for other weapons to look out for. God, ARs are kind of depressing me right now. People are telling me the Cord is good in the TR7 and the NVO, and even the L85, but funnily enough, I don't have any of these unlocked yet, so I'll definitely put videos out on those later. I've been using the SG553R. This weapon is not finished yet. This build is not finished, but I have figured out... The thing hits like a truck. Hits like a truck and sounds really cool. So if this weapon ends up being something special, I'll do a video on it. And then, let's see, another honorable mention. The UMP, this is not like a finished build, but as you can see, it doesn't really matter that it's not a finished build. This gun... I mean, it doesn't have any recoil. It really doesn't. It's kind of a joke. So if you really struggle with recoil, and you're trying to use the M4A1 or the MP5 and those weapons still aren't working for you, slap the UMP on and just see how that works for you. So that about wraps it up for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you did find this informative and want to see more guides like this, sub to the channel, hit the like button, and swing by a stream. I stream every single day at twitch.tv/enders and this YouTube channel, and I'll leave you off with some gameplay of these weapons.
I am here. I am here. You guys just probably do it.
Move in.
In an insane spot right now.